xenophobic attack, I would call it Afrophobic attack on black Africans that are living in South Africa. And their reason is Nigerians are coming in and they are selling drugs and destroying their youth. And if that is the case, that is wrong, right? I'm not going to condone whatever wrong that has been done in any country. But if Nigerians are even able to enter South Africa with drugs, you have to understand that there is a problem with the system. Because I think most of you has crossed borders before and you realize what goes on at the borders, right? You realize that if you cross the border, there is some inspection and some screening that is going to go on. I've quite traveled so much my lifetime, right? So I understand this. And so if you are able to, allow Nigerians to get drugs into your country, I think there is a problem with your system, and you should be fighting the system, not the people that are, are perpetuating these crimes, right? In as much as we don't condone it, I don't condone it. I'm a Ghanaian, I'm not a South African, and I wouldn't condone someone selling drugs to our Ghanaian youth here, right? So should South African. But what I'm saying is, if someone is able to come into your country with drugs, that means there is a problem with your, system, because you have people that are at the borders and doing checks and making sure that people should not come in with illegal drugs, right? But we still have drugs that are being flued into South Africa, and apparently that is the reason why most South Africans don't want black immigrants in South Africa again. And I think they should be fighting the government, right? They should be fighting the government to fight with these institutions that make sure that people that are living in the country illegal should leave. They should, I think the movement that are fighting against this foreigners should not be fighting directly with the foreigners, attacking them and all that. I think it's wrong, totally wrong. But I think the energy should be channeled towards the people that are in power that should make sure that those things are not happening. I think Jacinta and all those guys that run around on the street, I think it's lack of education. It's due to ignorance. It's just a whole lot of things that comes together to make them do the things that they do. Because I don't think you can wake up in Ghana and start to attack foreigners just because you feel like they are illegal immigrants, right? You dare not, because the government is coming to pick you up. So, and if let's take a look at what Ghanaians did when it comes to approaching these kind of issues. They are now responding to South Africans saying that South Africans should leave. And now look at Ghanaians' demonstration, right? And you are going to see that there is so much difference between what Ghanaians are doing when it comes to their demonstration and what South Africans are doing. Let's check it out, gentlemen.
MTN away, ready to pack your goods. MTN away, ready to pack your goods. MTN away, ready to pack your goods. We are sending signal for South Africa. We send signal for South Africa. We are sending signal for South Africa.
So you realize that there is difference, and the difference is Ghanaians are directly talking to their authorities, people that are in power, people that are in charge of, making sure that these things are working the right way. And South Africa is the different. They are doing it differently, and even you realize that even them, confronting the authorities and all that, you still see policemen trying to stop the Ghanaians that are demonstrating towards the authorities to do something about what is currently going on in South Africa. But if you look at the videos of South Africans that are going on rampaging, doing all sort of damages to black Africans that are living in South Africa, you realize that those that are perpetuating this violence against this illegal immigrants, quote unquote, those are being protected by the police that are around. And this is sad, man. The fact that the person is not a South African does not mean that that person should be subjected to such treatment as ill. It really is, man. When I see this type of video, I mean, I really understand what South Africa is currently going through, but I think they are reacting based of emotion, leaving their logic just far away from themselves, because you should not be fighting your black friend, your black brother that is in South Africa, right? Like I said, I think because of frustration, they are doing that out of frustrations, and the fact that they just kind of somehow, some way, I think there is a little bit of entitlement in them, because when you go around say this shop that is built from scratch by someone, and you just said because the person is not South African, you are supposed to be running this shop, that is entitlement to me. So they are acting based on frustration, and somehow to entitlement is also part of it, because of the fact that they have to raise those kind of talking point like, you're not South African, so I'm supposed to be running the shop. But I understand them to some degree. Like I said, they are frustrated. They don't know what to do, and the government itself is not creating that much of jobs. The truth is, South African government is failed, and that is why foreigners are coming in. They are not creating that much of jobs, and foreigners have seen that loophole of, okay, these people are not having that much of jobs. Why don't we invade and create so much jobs? And because, be honest, if you're South Africa watching this video, be honest, the jobs that you say that they are taking over from you, are they jobs that are typically created by your government? The answer is no. It is foreigners that comes in, create their business, and sometimes employ some foreigners, right? And it's not often just South Africa jobs. So I might be wrong, but I'm just sharing my thoughts. And as an African son, as son of the soil, as someone that believes that we as African, because regardless of whatever that happens in South Africa, I see South African, to be our brothers, right? Regardless of whatever that has happened. Though it is becoming more cool right now, but I think we should stand up for each other and all that, and we should understand each other's pain. Like I said, I understand that you guys are reacting based on frustration, and the fact that most of you are unemployed, and the education system too has failed you to some degree. I'm not going to be explaining that into detail, but you look at the videos of what is currently going on, and you realize that the education system has failed the common South African, and just the politician is just about enriching themselves. That's just what it has been, and that's what it has always been. I think, hey, there is always a better way to solving these kind of issues than violence. And African brothers, African sisters, let's find a better way to always solve each other's problems without always, ending up killing each other. Because look at this from this perspective, right? This issue of Afrophobia attacks that is currently going on, do you see that the West is currently, condemning it? No, because that is their plan. That is what they want. So if you are doing that for them, hey, then our job is being carried out. They don't want a united Africa. United Africa is a threat to the West. They know it. And when we are dividing ourselves, then the job that they want to take on is being done by ourselves. And that makes it so sad. Guys, catch you in the next episode. And if you're a son of the soil coming across my channel, make sure you hit in the like button and you subscribe it. Let me know what you think about this video in the comment section. And don't forget to subscribe, like I said. I'm out of here, gentlemen. Stay peace. Stay out of trouble.